victory. These two teams face some of the best teams in collegiate volleyball, which challenged them to move forward during the now moving the Lady Knights and the Lady Bombers will end their
Hello, volleyball fans! It's a rainy afternoon here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, and we are still live at the Shakey Super League. I am Mikey Abueg, your courtside reporter for game number 3, together with our panel, Richie Cordero and Ken Pangilinan. And today nga, it's the day of redemption para sa mga teams na hindi nakapasok sa next round. So, tingnan muna natin ano nga ba ang ating matches for today. So, kanina ay pinangunahan na nga yan ng San Beda kung saan sila ay nagwage against EAC in 4 sets. And for our second game naman, it's San Sebastian who won against Mapua in 3 straight sets. Ngayon naman at 3 p.m., it's going to be the Letran Lady Knights against the JRU Lady Bombers. And later at 5:30, it's the repeat of the NCAA Finals, the Arellano Lady Chiefs and the CSB Lady Blazers. Ngayon naman, aside from volleyball, marami rin tayong kulitan dito sa Shakey Super League. So ngayon, tingnan natin ang ating JRU Lady Bombers sa kanilang Pizza Challenge.
Hi, I'm Sydney Negos.
I'm Malay Amande. I'm Linda Arrosin.
And we are from Rizal University Lady Bombers.
And right now, ay maglalaban-laban kami kung sino ang unang makakaubos ng pizza in 30 seconds because we accepted the challenge. At ang mananalo nga pala sa challenge na ito ay makakatanggap ng Shakey Supercard. 1, 2, 3. And because you are the winner, ito na ang iyong Shakey Supercard. Thank you, Shakey! Talaga namang sulit na sulit ang aming experience dito sa Shakey. Thank you!
At ayan nga, talaga namang sobrang nakaka-enjoy, nakakatuwa at nakakatakam ang Pizza Challenge ng JRU Lady Bombers. So if you guys want to see more of that and more volleyball action, of course, you may check out our live stream channels. At ayan na nga ay ang at Shakey Super League on Facebook and TikTok, at Shakey's PH on Facebook, at My Plus Network on Facebook, at Plus Network 2020 on YouTube, and at Plus Network on Up Live. We also have Next Day TV broadcast on IBC 13 and Solar Sports. So ayan, make sure to check out our live stream channels para naman makasubaybay kayo sa ating happenings dito sa Shakey Super League. So now, let's see, will the Letran Lady Knights finally win against the JRU Lady Bombers, or will the JRU Lady Bombers continue their 5-year streak?
The all NCAA matchups continue here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum as we bring you day number 9 of the Shakey Super League. It's the third game of our Sunday quadruple header as two teams look to end their campaign on a winning note. It's Letran versus JRU, only here on the Shakey Super League. Hello everyone who's watching us live sa ating Plus Network and also on the Shakey Super League social media pages. Ken Pangilinan once again with Richie Cordero. Richie, good to have you back here.
Yes, it's good to be back, and good match we have as two of our NCAA teams are battling it out for a victory, and these two teams face some of the best teams in collegiate volleyball, which challenge them to move forward during the eliminations. Now, will the JRU Lady Bombers defeat the Lady Knights? We don't know, and let's see.
We'll find out later on as we start off our Shakey's pre-huddle of the game. Tingnan natin, paliwanag natin yung classification phase natin. Of course, although we're already done with the preliminary round, we still have these final matches to determine the final ranking of our teams who weren't able to advance to the next round. So kaya nga, yung dalawang kupunan from Pool C and D, yung 4th ranked teams, JRU and Letran, magtatapat ngayon. And of course, tignan rin natin yung ating team standings. So, These two teams finished with identical records and ranking in their respective pools.
You know, I think this is the perfect opportunity for these teams to showcase their learning experiences and of course, the exposure they acquired throughout their previous games.
So let's look back naman yung last performance ng Letran. But first, ayan nga yung team standings. Nakita natin both these teams in pools C and D, both 4th rank. Wala silang panalo in their respective pools. So one of them mag-uuwi ng panalo sa pagtatapos ng kanilang campaign dito sa Shakey Super League. So, unahin na natin itong Letran Lady Knights. Let's see how they perform in the preliminary round. Of course, although they weren't able to win, they actually had a legitimate shot of winning a set against all of the teams na nakalaban nila dito.
You know, it is time for redemption and today we will witness the growth of these two teams, but unfortunate results for the Lady Knights. As you can see, Ken, they are still yet to win a set from the 3 games they played against the FEU Lady Tamarals, the NCAA champs CSB Blazers, and of course the DLSU Lady Spikers.
In particular, kahapon lang kalaban nila CSB, they almost won that 3rd set. Kaya nga si Coach Jerry pinasok yung mga main gunners niya towards the latter part of that set. Meanwhile, for the JRU Lady Bombers, yun nga, nahirapan din sila. Really a tough group in Pool C. They weren't able to find their groove against the strong teams in their pool.
Yes, and similar to Letran, JRU also remains setless in victories. And now that they are facing a team, the Lady Knights, who is familiar to them in their respective leagues, we'll see who will end their run in the Shakey Super League in a high note. And you know, Ken, an interesting fact to add to that is that JRU never lost to Letran in 5 years.
So hindi sila nanalo kontra sa Arellano, sa Ateneo, and NU. So nahirapan talaga sila dito sa mga kupunan na ito. Of course, Letran and JRU trying to end their stint on a winning note. Alam natin yung JRU, they went to the semifinals noong nakaraang NCAA season 97, samantala man the Letran Lady Knights finished last in the NCAA. So both of them really trying to have a winning note to end their campaign. So it's JRU kontra sa Letran in just a bit. Don't go away.
League 2022 Preseason Championship. Let's meet the teams for today's third game. Starting with the Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers. Their team captain, number 7, Sydney Niegos. First libero, number 5, Yanyan Alonia. Their teammates, number 1, Jen Silverio. Number 2, Lei Amante. Number 3, Kayla Hazareno. Number 8, Riza Jose. Number 9, May Ruiz. Number 10, Jerry Lynn Laurente. Number 11, Danica Villanueva. Number 12, Erica De La Cuesta. Number 15, Sean Preta. Number 16, Kring Batara. Number 18, Cel Rosario. And second libero is number 6, Isa Ortiz. Now here come the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Led by their team captain, number 9, Sheena Urmeneta. First libero is number 19, Lara May Silva. Their teammates, number 1, Diel Nitura. Number 2, Jules Castro. Number 6, Angie Ledesma. Number 7, Cha Cunada. Number 8, Edma Musngi. Number 13, Yen Martin. Number 14, Trisha Dequilia. Number 15, Kay Almirante. Number 18, Daisy Melendres. And second libero is number 12, Leia Tapa. Our officials for today's ball game. First referee, Philip Nunez, national referee. Second referee, Melandro Castro, national referee. And now here are the starting lineups for both teams. Starting with the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Number 2, Jules Castro. Number 6, Angie Ledesma. Number 8, Edma Musngi. Number 9, team captain Sheena Urmeneta. Number 14, Trisha Dequilia. Number 15, Kay Almirante. And their libero is Lara May Silva. Head coach for the Lady Knights is Mike Uniferio. And now, here's the starting lineup for Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers. Number 1, Jen Silverio. Number 2, Lei Amante. Number 17, Captain Sydney Niegos. Number 9, May Ruiz. Number 10, Jerry Lynn Laurente. Number 12, Erica De La Cuesta. And their libero is number 5, Yanyan Alonia. Their head coach is Mia Tioseco.
Starting 6 on deck for both teams for Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Jules Castro leading the way, as well as Edma Musngi and their team captain Sheena Urmeneta. para dito sa Letran. Samantala naman for the JRU Lady Bombers, a familiar starting six. Madalas ito yung ginagamit nila during the preliminary phase, led by team captain Sid Niegos and May Ruiz, and of course Jerilyn Laurente as their setter. So tignan natin kung sinong unang mananaig dito. Letran kontra sa JRU. Letran in red, JRU in navy blue. Once again, ako po si Ken Pangalinan alongside Richie Cordero and also Mikey Abueg working the sidelines para dito sa laban ng Letran kontra JRU. As we begin our set, brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. As you see a drop shot there by Jules Castro.
Yes, and we start the game with a beautiful drop ball.
Jules Castro, alam naman natin, isa rin yan sa mga kumakamada para kay Coach Mike Inoferio for Letran. Opening things up here. As we mentioned, Letran was grouped in Pool B with LaSalle, FEU, and CSB.
Yes, a very heavy pool, Ken.
So, tingnan natin if they could score another point here. They go to Ormeneta, and she goes down the line, but it's out.
She missed that line just by a few inches.
As for JRU naman, many were saying Pool C was the group of death dahil nga nandun yung defending UAP champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs, as well as Ateneo and Arellano, which we'll also see later on as they will take on CSB in our nightcap here. Meanwhile, JRU back-to-back points.
Yes, but that was a great effort coming from Almirante.
So you see here, Jules Castro, Sid Niegos, magkakilala ngayong dalawang yan. Both veterans from their squads.
And an early service error coming from the team captain, Sid Niegos.
See another new face here. That's number 14, Trisha Dequilla. Only 19 years old. And you know, the theme dito sa Shakey Super League, Richie, is we have a lot of new faces na nagugulat tayo. Nandyan pala, magaling din maglaro.
Yes, and you know, we also have the all-to-play rule, which allows the players to introduce themselves and showcase what they have been training for the past months.
So pinag-uusapan natin, Richie, we've covered both of these teams together actually. So from both teams, sino yung mga parang nag-stand out sa'yo so far?
You know, I have to give Martin from Letran a shout out because the past games that we covered their team. Even though she is a rookie and she's relatively young, she's performing very well for her team. Lots of maturity for this team.
And alam mo, maganda kay Yen Martin, smiling face din eh.
Yes.
Much like Sid Niegos, na veteran naman para dito kay Coach Mia Joseco. As well as this girl, Malay Amante, but missing out on that attack.
You know what you said about smiling faces, Ken? It's so important that you have a light energy inside the court. That means there's no pressure and you're just there to play because you're confident in yourself.
Ikaw ba, Richie, when you were playing, ganun din ba demeanor mo?
Actually, it took me a while to build my confidence up inside the court. It was Coach Ramil who gave that to me. But, you know, I found out that it is one of the most important things inside volleyball is your mental ability to play inside the court with a lot of maturity and composure.
So 2-point lead for Letran, 5-3. Sheena Urmeneta serving now for the Lady Knights. And the service ace para sa team captain.
Yes, and these are the points they need to build up a good start.
And this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. From Laguna, their team captain Sheena Urmeneta. And that time, her service is out.
And as you can see, that actually almost hit the head of the JRU Lady Bombers. So lucky break for her.
Sheena Urmeneta malapit na mag-birthday on November 1, will turn 23. Meanwhile, this is Malay Amante serving for JRU, nabitin sa kanyang serve.
Nabati mo na naman, Ken.
Masasanay ka na dyan sa broadcaster jinx. Kahit anong sport pa yan. Okay, Almirante is now serving for Letran, only 18 years old.
Very young.
Powerful serve right there. Hintay Laurente setting up De La Cuesta. Actually, that was Silverio.
Here's a chance ball for Letran.
And they go to Jules Castro. But that time, it's too wide.
Yes, I feel like she hit that ball a bit too high na medyo nabitin siya dun sa talo niya, nalunod siya dun sa set ng setter niya.
5 serving 7, JRU. Coached by Mia Tioseco. And it's out. So Letran heading into our first technical timeout lamang sila dito, 8-5.
Nothing to lose and more to gain. Iyan nga daw ang mantra ng Lady Knights coming into today's game. They also shared with me what they think their key to winning is. At iyon nga ay to trust the process. Hindi daw pwede na gustuhin lang nila manalo. Dapat daw ay alam nila ang step-by-step process to do so. The Lady Knights are eager to end their Shakey Super League campaign on a high note. So let's see what do they have in store for us today as we continue along this set.
Thank you, Mikey. And of course, both teams, hindi nga sila nanalo sa kanilang respective pools, so they're trying to finish their campaign on a winning note. And makita mo rin, Richie, kanina prior to the game, you could see both teams really serious in their approach.
Yes, that's true. And no, actually, they were serious, but they were also having fun. I feel like they're coming into this game without any pressure. And yun nga, sabi ni Mikey, nothing to lose and everything to gain. From both teams coming from two pools who are super strong and deep in the experience levels, they have everything to gain from those experiences.
So Letran now opening a 4-point lead early in set number 1. Muski, nabol ang bola. Castro. Laurente sets up Niegos in the middle. Jules Castro once again. Inday goes to Mayor Ruiz. Almirante from the back. It's too short.
Oh, you can see also that set was too far from the net. Actually, it's very hard to adjust if the set is that far.
So early on, Letran ang lumalamang dito. 3-point lead. Mayor Ruiz serving for JRU. Muski, quick attack! And it's good!
Great quick attack from Muski. Those are the sets they need, yung mga quick, because mahirap na basahin yun ng blocker if mabilis yung mga set mo.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. But also credit the first ball nitong Letran. Para naman ma-set up itong middle blocker nitong Letran. So it's 10-6. Niegos. Uy!
Good for Sid Niegos to find that spot right at the back. I believe that was zone 5. Nakita niya na medyo naka-forward na yung defense ng Letran. So medyo plinacing na lang sa likod.
So makita, it wasn't the perfect spike.
Yes.
Kumbaga hindi niya natamaan the way she wanted to. But that time, another quick. Uy!
Oh, and it's live.
Great job by the floor defense of JRU that time.
Great adjustment here by the JRU Lady Bombers.
And they complete that rally with that point coming from De La Cuesta.
Yes.
I wonder if this is the daughter of Eric De La Cuesta. Parang oo eh. Kasi I remember, Eric De La Cuesta was a former basketball professional player. And looks like it's her daughter. It's his daughter playing for JRU. Meanwhile, for Letran, oozing with confidence now.
A great off-the-block spike. Wait, let's see that again.
Take a look once again. Off the block.
You see her powering through her blockers, using the hands of the blockers to actually push through that spike.
Jules Castro now on deck. Good first ball, Famamante. Diego sa kanan. Ormeneta, hinabol. And it's out. So biggest lead so far for Letran has been 4 points. JRU able to cut it down to 2 here. Musngi. Back set. Dikit sa net. At kaya nga naregaluhan na doon ang JRU.
Unfortunate error also for Letran because I feel like that was a miscommunication. Kasi nakapwesto na yung dalawang players nila eh. Medyo mali lang ang pagkatama kasi they both tried to get that ball.
Sidniegos from Moncada, Tarlac. The new team captain following the departure of Dolly Versosa, but that time, service error para kay Sid. So 12-10, Letran. So Tequila has actually had a good quick attack earlier. Teenager rin para dito kay Coach Mike Inoferio. So the future looks bright para dito sa JRU, but that time it's Silverio dumping the ball down.
That was a beautiful quick drop ball for her.
Look at that once again. Single block. Pero nahanap niya yung puwang sa bandang kaliwa.
Yes, that's true. And you know that's important when you're near the net. I mean, when your defensive line is near the net, you need to be quick with your thoughts and you need to read your blockers as well. Your attackers.
A familiar hit from Sheena Urmeneta. Team captain delivering once again for Letran. Let's see if she could pile up the points here. And now she's serving for the Lady Knights. Their team up 13-11. Oh, good serve. So chance ball for Letran. Musngi. She goes middle, and delivering there was Kay Almirante.
So that's a hard spike to read if you're defending that attack. You see it landing right inches away from that line.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Sheena Urmeneta, one of the veterans alongside Chaco Nyada and Jules Castro. Meanwhile, May Ruiz.
Oh, that was a perfect set for May Ruiz to time that attack.
You know, May Ruiz is one of those players na hindi mo isipin na athletic but really very efficient on her attacks.
Yes, actually, and every game we covered for the JRU Lady Bombers, it seems that she's one of the players who really delivers for her squad.
Urmeneta sends the ball over.
Great
Laurente goes to May Ruiz once again. Busni sets up Almirante from the left and she scores.
And she powered through that attack. You know, I didn't sense fear from her when she spiked that ball. But even if she had her blockers there, like it was a double block and she still powered through that.
Walang hesitation on that approach.
And that's what you need if you're gonna be a good attacker.
15 serving 12, Letran. As I say that, service error, point mapupunta sa JRU. So far, back and forth, although Letran, for the majority of this set, lumalamang dito. But just the biggest lead for them was 4 points earlier. Silverio gets things going here. Musngi sets up Ledesma. Chance ball for the Lady Knights. Edma Musngi trying for the 1-2 play. Sidniegos, pinalo. Naka-score din siya doon.
And there you have her, our team captain. You know, when we talked to Coach Mia kanina, na kung sino inaasahan niya sa loob ng court, sabi niya yung mga seniors talaga. And I see Sidniegos living up to that standard.
Of course, they lost Dolly Versosa, the NCAA Season 97 second best outside hitter, as well as Kia Melgar. Ledesma. Oh, she scores.
A lucky break for Ledesma, hitting the
Check
fingers.
ball.
Yeah, the fingers, just the fingers of Sidniegos.
So we head into our second technical timeout. Letran up 16-14.
Welcome back mga ka-up live here at Shakey Super League Technical Timeout number 2 para sa first set with Letran leading by 16 points against the JRU. Ano ba ang masasabi mo dyan, Tiffany?
You know, like the Letran Lady Knights are really doing well, but I just have to say, you know, yung mga yung JRU Lady Bombers natin showed exceptional defense. So kudos to them. But before anything else, we also just want to plug our Up Live channels. We have Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and of course now we're gonna throw it back to the panel.
Thank you, Tiff and
Kristen.
Magalit si Kristen sa akin. Magkausap lang kami kahapon. But to download UpLive, type on your browser tineural.com/uplivessl and it will automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using your smartphone. So download UpLive now.
A battle between the net.
Diegos from the left.
Ooh, and you see her powering through that attack as well. You know, I feel like her energy is very high right now that she got that point.
You know, Sid, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know, Sid Diegos is one of those players, as we take a look multiple times at that hit, na after a good play, nakangiti lang eh.
Yes. You know, that's what they need. They need to uplift their energies and their morale inside the court to be confident.
Kasi usually, iba, intense yung mukha, magsisigaw, celebrate siya, ngiti lang talaga eh.
You know, that's how you know she's enjoying the game. Oh, but unfortunate miscommunication from Sidniegos and her setter there.
O, tignan mo, kahit nag-error siya, nakangiti pa rin. You know, such a positive force para dito sa JRU.
You know, sometimes that's the best way to brush off your mistakes or your errors is to laugh at it because you know that you're gonna bounce back from it.
Especially, they've had a tough tournament here sa Shakey's Super League, going winless in Pool D. In Pool C, rather. But, you know, they're trying to end their campaign on a winning note. At syempre, nakausap din natin siya. 5 taon siya naglalaro for JRU. Hindi pa siya natatalo sa Letran. And this time, they score once again.
And we're only down to 1 point now.
Sabi nga niya, nung gabi, before this game, hindi daw sila matatalo sa Letran. So, tignan natin.
Natawa pa tayo. You know, I love it though. The confidence she had for her team and for herself as well.
Gina Ormeneta off the block.
Ooh, that would have been a beautiful block, but that spike went straight to the blocker's hands and outside the court, which is in favor of our Letran Lady Knights.
Take a look once again. Kanina sa kanan, ngayon naman sa kaliwa. Walang
She's
problema.
everywhere.
Gina Ormeneta, of course, the team captain. Also a reliable scorer. Diegos from the right. Musngi. Sets up Ormeneta. Sabi nga sa'yo eh, kanan, kaliwa, kanan.
She's everywhere and you know that attack. From her approach pa lang, alam ko na lalakasan niya yun.
Take a look once again at that spike of the game. Brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. JRU timeout. Let's listen in.
Taga lang tayo. Okay? Walang matatakot sa movement. Lalo na pag-follow. Sige lang, kunin nyo. Sipag tayo sa depensa, girls. Tama yun. Nag-iisip ka lang eh. Dito mo kayo mo. Sige lang sa harapan. Tara, tara.
According to team captain Sid Niegos, ay for the past 5 years nga ay never silang natalo against Letran. Kaya naman tinanong ko sila kung anong paghahanda ang ginawa nila upang masigurado ang panalo sa araw na ito. At iyon nga daw ay ang pag-improve nila sa defense kung saan ay alam nilang magagamit nila ito to their advantage. Kaya naman on their last year of playing ay hindi papayag ang seniors from the Lady Bombers na matalo sa laban na ito. Balik sa inyo, Ken and Richie.
Thank you, Mikey. But right now, JRU trailing, but scoring right there, trimming the lead down to 2 points. 19-17, lamang pa rin dito ang Letran. You know, prior to talking to Coach Mia earlier, Richie, nakita natin they were huddled up. Kumbaga medyo matagal din sila nag-usap-usap doon. And Coach Mia just reminding her players about their positioning on the court.
Yes,
And malamang nung last time out, ganun din. Just simple reminders. But look at that attack. First, para dito kay Sheena Ormeneta, wala na nagawa doon si Laurente. So 2017, Letran. Let's see if they could take this set. Tanda natin, both teams lost in straight sets in all of their games.
the service A is coming from the Letran Lady Knights. You do have to recall also the last time they played against each other was, I believe, June.
Right.
And Letran actually won the first set and then was later dominated by the JRU Lady Bombers afterwards.
Although, tatandaan natin, Dolly Versoso was still there. JRU scoring once again. Risa Rose, rather, is now in.
Yes, and another player for Coach Mia na inaasahan niya to step up inside the court.
You know, interesting din yung ginagawa nila na si Risa Rose, they let her play in the second set in all of their games so far. Hiwalay siya kay Ruiz and kay Sid Niegos.
You know, I think Coach Mia is just trying to find the balance in her players.
So Letran re-establishing a 4-point lead, the biggest so far, 22-18.
Just 3 points left for their first set.
Sheena Ormeneta on deck once again. Laurente, punta kay Risa Rose. Ledesma sending the ball over. May Ruiz blocked there. Amante from the right. Tapang, good dig. Ormeneta from the back. Uy, Ed Mamuski tapping it in.
Yes, able to read that ball na mag-over siya sa net. So tinapik niya na lang to gain that point.
Coach Mia burning her final timeout here. Take a look once again at that gift para dito kay Ed Mamuski. Let's listen in to a JRU timeout.
Let's go.
Ay, tayo.
Start lang.
Over-eager. Isa-isa tayo. Focus.
Go!
Isa-isa.
Wala pa
Isa.
Set.
JRU trailing by 5 points. Anong sa tingin mo kailangan gawin nila dito, Richie?
No, I think first they have to get the first ball. Yun yung medyo na-notice ko na nahirapan sila ihatid yung bola dun sa setter. Kaya medyo nahirapan yung setter gumawa ng place. And I think place is what they need right now to disestablish the blockings of Letran as well.
Letran meanwhile 2 points away from grabbing the first set. Make that set point para sa Letran via that service ace.
Yes, and medyo nakakadami na rin ng service aces ng Letran.
Especially this girl, Sheena Ormeneta.
Leading her team.
Kanina pa siya dyan sa service line. Let's see if she could bring this home. This set number 1 for her squad. Laurente goes to May Ruiz.
Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko, Ken, na medyo nahirapan sila ihatid yung bola dun sa setter.
At that time, attack error para dito sa Letran. JRU scoring. And now it's up to Malay Amante to save 5 more set points.
You see Sid Diegos from the bench actually cheering her teammates who were inside the court.
Oh, unfortunate for Malay. As that serve goes out, Letran now winning the first set, 25-19. Set number 2 and just a bit don't go away. Welcome back at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for Letran versus JRU. Meanwhile, this fun family pizza of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken mojos now. That is the Abueg family. Of course, the family members ng ating courtside reporter, si Mikey Abueg, enjoying the action and also supporting their daughter here. Set number 1 highlights here. Letran leading most of the way here, but not by much, Richie.
Yes, it was a close game, but Letran led that set with a good number of easy points from the service line and a combination of block points and regalos, and of course the memorable attacks coming from Urmaneta, Ledesma, Castro, and the young girl, Tequila.
Actually, halos lahat sila nakascore. Talking about Letran. For JRU, of course, Sid Niegos trying to lead the attack, but Sheena Urmaneta just too much. Leading the way para dito sa Letran as they won the first set 25-19 as we take a look at some of the numbers here, Richie.
As you can see, they are very similar. Medyo nakalamang lang talaga yung Letran, and I believe it's because of the first ball. Medyo mas nahatid nila yung bola sa setter nila. That's why they accumulated more points in attacks.
Also, itong Letran doing a good job in the service line. 2-point edge in aces, including that 24th point kung saan nakascore doon via service ace si Sheena Urmaneta. Set number 2 in just a bit. So the all-to-play rule still in effect here. So panibagong 6 sa magkabilang kupunan. Risa Rose, Danica Villanueva trying to lead their team. Tito, samantala naman, Nitura and Daisy Melendres, the veteran for Letran. So set number 2. Lamang dito ang Letran, 1-0 in terms of sets. Chaco Nyanza also inside. And important to note, Richie, na ito si Ed Mamuski umulit because Letran has injured players. But before that, we remind you that this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. So Letran missing out the services of Nat Estrelier and also their middle blocker si LJ Isar. Cunyada from the right, no problem. Actually, that was Nitura. Sorry, that was Yel Nitura.
Yes, and you see Nitura also, one of the players, Coach Mike, gives confidence to inside the court. Inaasahan niya talaga mag-perform.
We saw glimpses of the potential nito si Nitura. And as well as Yel Martin, we've mentioned in the first set. Andyan na siya ngayon to start out the second set.
Oh, good effort by Martin there to get that ball.
Rosario setting up Rose. Cunyada, she goes to Martin. Free ball once again for JRU. Rose tapping it. But that time, look at Daisy Melendres celebrating. Why not?
Yes, and we see this girl all over the court for the past games as well, performing for her squad.
Look at that block of the set brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Daisy Melendres, one of the better blockers in the NCAA. So 2-0 Letran. Villanueva.
Oh, great setup.
Punta ay Preta and she finds a spot in the corner.
That was a beautiful. Alam mo yung mga corner shots na ganyan, when you cut the spike, yun yung mga mahirap basahin eh. Kasi yung pwesto mo sa defensive area, medyo off na pag nandun na sa court na yun.
Risa Rose now serving from Aklan. Yun nga, mga kababayan mo to, Richie.
Yes.
That time, it sails out. Like we always say, when we cover itong JRU, most of their players are Aklaneños. Tama ba? Aklaneños?
Aklanon yata.
Aklanon pala,
Hindi ko alam
Aklanon.
eh.
I apologize sa mga taga-Aklan, but of course, really proud, I'm sure, yung mga taga-Aklan. We have players here from JRU representing their province. Batara scoring there.
Yes, and you see that wasn't as strong of an attack, but it was very effective for her.
So it's 3-2 now. Letran still up. Danica Villanueva was a serving specialist noong nakaraang NCAA. Good serve. Melendres block there. Look at that.
And you see her reaction from that block. Wow.
Napangiti na rin sa uli. But look at that. Daisy Melendres.
Solid
No
block.
entry. Sabi ni Batara. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Jacunyada. Gustong bumawi. Rosario. She goes to Hazareno.
Ooh, and a great adjustment from Hazarena right there. Nakita mo na medyo malayo na yung set dun sa kanya, pero nagawa niya pa rin ang palaan na i-long ball niya and just to place that right in zone 5.
Lara Silva unable to retrieve that ball. This time, good first ball from her. Cunyada from the left. The ball doesn't go over.
That was a perfect time block from the JRU Lady Bombers. You know, pag ano nakataas yung set sa'yo, madali na rin i-block yun kasi nabibigyan kayo ng time para mag-adjust and to position yourself to get that block.
JRU on the roll. 3 straight points. Nabati ko ulit. But nonetheless, JRU, their first taste of the lead so far. Daisy Melendres, we mentioned, one of the better blockers sa NCAA from Quezon City. 22 years old. Has shown really a vast improvement each and every season para dito kay Coach Mike.
Yes, and you know, she's not that tall, but she's very effective as a middle blocker. Ooh.
Nabitin doon si Preta.
Mali ba pagkatama niya dun sa bola? Parang sa gitna niya na yata na tamaan yung bola na yun eh.
So Letran answering with back-to-back points. Tabla tayo dito, 5-all. Rosario sets up Batara in the middle. Muski. Netura! It's out! It's out.
Unfortunate error coming from Netura.
Good intention.
Yes. Oh, that would have been such a beautiful spike. Beautiful angle. Medyo nabitin lang ng onte.
And maganda rin naman yung basa doon ni Danica Villanueva letting the ball sail out of bounds. So 6-5 JRU. Cunyada. Hindi na itawid.
You know, sets like those, yung umiikot na yung bola, mahirap i-adjust kasi pag natamaan mo yung bola, hindi mo alam kung ipapaspin mo din yung bola or ipa-flat mo back. Pero kailangan talaga patay yung bola pag sineset mo.
So it's 7-5 JRU. Muski sets up Netura. That time, she's successful.
Yes, but good effort from the JRU Lady Bombers.
So remember, after this match, we will have the rematch of the NCAA Season 97. It's the College of St. Benil taking on the Arellano Lady Chiefs. Hazareno tipping it over. Smart play.
You know, as much as the Letran Lady Knights had their blockings established there, nakita na yun ng JRU Lady Bombers. Nagawa niya ng paraan na nakita niya na may butas sa gitna ng court at doon niya talaga pinadaan.
Libreng-libre sa gitna. Hazareno converting on that one as JRU now up 8-6 here in set number 2.
The Shakey Super League. Earlier, you guys mentioned the positivity of Sid Niegos, and earlier when I got to talk with Sid, ay nabanggit niya nga na ito ay ang way nila para i-cheer up ang kanyang teammates, especially the rookies, kasi nga daw ay mas prefer ng rookies itong positivity instead of reverse psychology to boost their confidence. Now, let's see, will this positivity lead them to a victory in this set? Back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. Alam mo, total contrast sila nung former team captain na si Dolly Versosa. Si Dolly, very mild-mannered, very serious. Si Sid as a team captain, ganun pa rin eh. Alam mo, actually, yun yung maganda kay Sid, no? Despite the fact that she's team captain, hindi pa rin siya nagbabago.
You know, there are different approaches when it comes to boosting your morale or maturing your performance inside the court, and I'm just happy to see that Sid Niegos reads her teammates well. Alam niya na kailangan ng teammates niya na to uplift the energy inside their court.
Risa Roses scoring there, 9-6 JRU. But we all know how important that role is. Talking about team captain Chacunyana, one of the veterans.
And that was a beautiful play by the Letran Lady Knights. you know, I have to commend that first ball. It was perfect to the setter, which allowed her to give that fast play to her spiker.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Alonia. Actually, that was Ortiz. Soriano tipping it over, and she scores.
Oh, unfortunate because that was such a good save by the Lady Bombers. Nakita mo na yung coverage, naka-floor defense nila naka-establish. Nakatapak lang talaga yung isang player nila sa court.
Chacunyada from Opol Misamis Oriental was the number 3 scorer. Actually, back in NCAA season 95. So that was prior to the pandemic. And alam mo kung talking about itong Letran, alam mo sayang eh kasi during NCAA season 95, they were 1 or 2 wins away from reaching the Final Four. And then the pandemic happened. Nung dumating yung NCAA season 97, they were really out of sorts, never find their footing, and finished last place. So good news naman, fresh start here. And gaining experience dito sa Shakey Super League. Silva. Gusto Martin. Medyo tahimik si Yen Martin so far. It's out!
I think Martin is still trying to find her groove inside the court. You know, as we saw last games, medyo dun siya sa crucial parts nagsa-step up, no?
So let's see if she could keep up once again. 1-point lead for JRU. Rosario sets up Risa Rose, blocked there. Hazareno from the back. Dug up well by Cunyada. Ayan na si Martin. And it's out.
Feeling ko nanggigil siya dun sa bola yun. Like she tried to bounce back from her pass attack. Kaya medyo napalong ball niya yung bola.
Rosario now serving. Their setter here in the second set. Daisy Melendres!
That was a beautiful play. Alam mo, na-notice ko na medyo bumibilis na yung plays ng Letran, and that was perfectly executed by Melendres and her setter.
Look at that spike of the set, brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. 1-point lead still for the Lady Bombers. Risa Rose, hindi na naitawid yung bola doon. So we're now tied up at 11 apiece. For JRU, trying to bounce back from their defeats. In Pool C, ito namang Letran also going winless in Pool D. But meanwhile, Letran now up via that service ace.
You know, they are collecting from the service line ever since the first set.
Ed Mamuski, nakapampangan rather, 23 years old. Actually, alam ko may family business to eh. Etong si Edma. And kahit estudyante siya, alam ko tumutulong siya sa family business nila eh.
Oh, that's nice.
Set up job para kay Daisy.
You imagine that, no? May training ka, tapos may liga ka, and then you're still gonna have a job as well.
And actually, nung pandemic din, ongoing pa rin yung kanilang family business. But meanwhile, the Bulakenya converting there, talking about Yel Martin. And JRU calls for a timeout here. Let's listen in.
Walang sa taas, oh. Pitik. Hindi nyo kailangan sobrang manigas dyan. Relax, kuha ng bola. Yung ginagawa lang nyo sa practice. Wala kayong ibang gagawin. Okay? Tara, ready?
Dalawa lang yan, dalawa lang.
Isang tawi agad, isang tawi! One stop, one stop. Good!
Earlier on, JRU leading for most of the way, but itong Letran unti-unti na naman nagigising. Yen Martin converting on that last point. We also saw earlier Daisy Melendres with a good quick attack.
You know, I have to commend the defense of Letran.
And also, itong setter nila, si Ed Mamuski, doing a great job so far. activating her spikers. But that time, JRU, good response coming off a timeout. So Letran already up 1-0. Let's see if JRU could tie things up here. Risa Rose serving. Ooh, it's a service ace. Good job so far for Risa Rose, 22 years old.
We have a tied game here again.
From Balete Aklan, one of the top scorers in their opening day loss against Arellano. And started volleyball in grade 7. So actually, ito si inabot na ng K-12 tong mga to no?
Oh, actually kami yung first batch ng K-12.
Daisy Melendres converting once again. You have to forgive me for being a tito. Hindi ko na naabutan yung K1 to 12 But, you know, all these players, of course, student muna, bago athlete. I'm sure, lalo ngayon, na off-season naman as we see there, a block once again from Daisy Melendres.
You know, that was an easy block for Daisy Melendres because if you can see, ang taas ng set ng JRU Lady Bombers, giving the Letran Lady Knights enough time to just properly establish themselves for that block.
Block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Rosario. Preta trying to tip it over. Si Villanueva na ang tumawid doon. Melendres once again!
Converting her points. That was a beautiful play by Melendres.
And Daisy Melendres heating up here in set number 2. Look at that attack once again. Daisy Melendres delivering, and Letran now up 16-13 here as we head into our second technical timeout.
Live show. So we are now in mid-set with a score of 16-30 in favor of the Letran Lady Knights. So ang na-witness natin ay isang napaka-close na labanan. So tingnan natin kung sino ang makakapanalo nitong second set na to.
Guys, sa mga naka-up live dyan, sino nga ba ang mananalo sa tingin nyo? Sa Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, mag-comment na kayo, like-an nyo na. Bibigyan namin kayo ng shoutout. But before that, let's go back to the panel.
Tiffany Fran and Kristen Chua doing our Up Live. So kung gusto nyo i-download itong Up Live, type on your browser tinyurl.com/uplivessl and it will automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using your smartphone. Oh, it's a rotational error. Positional fault. Kontra dito sa JRU. Costly mistake, especially as we wind down here in the second set.
You know, those points are the unfortunate ones kasi minsan nakakahina yun ng moral mo na parang sayang yung point na yun.
Yel Martin also from Malolos, Bulacan. Earlier on, nakita natin Kat Santos from San Sebastian leading once again itong Lady Stags to a victory.
And you see the blockers were established because of that set. Medyo nalunod si Ruiz doon, no?
And ito, nagpalitan na dito. Patara, pinaltan na ni Sid Niegos. Look at that block once again. This block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. By my count, Daisy Melendres, 3 blocks na dito.
And you know what Coach Mia told us a while ago na she expects the seniors to step up and to be that source of enlightenment inside the court. Na titingin sila na may confidence sila because yung team captain nila may confidence. And that's what we are seeing right now from Sid Niegos.
But right now, it's an uphill climb for the Lady Bombers, trailing by 6 points. Alam mo, sayang kasi lumamang na sila in the early parts of this second set. But hindi pa naman tapos. Let's see if they can come back here. Sid Niegos off the block. Cunyada sending it over. So chance ball para dito for JRU. Sid Niegos delivering!
And right away, you see the team captain Sid Niegos delivering and converting the points.
Take a look at this cool play of the set brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
You know, when we spoke to Sid a while ago, sabi niya na tuwang-tuwa siya na nakakalaban niya yung mga players na ina-idolize niya, na gusto niya ma-inspire and siguro to get some key points or to get some tips from those players and convert it into her playing style as well.
Jules Castro papasok, penaltan muna si Chacunyada dito. Actually 3 straight points para dito sa JRU after trailing by 7 points. May Ruiz with a good serve. Ed Mamuski lumuhod, miss timing doon. Poor timing on the part of Melendres. And now it's Coach Mike Inoferio's turn to call timeout. Let's listen in.
Alanganin yung receipt. Mag-adjust tayo lahat. Okay yung gusto nyo, pero adjust tayo. Masyadong malayo eh. Okay? So, kapit pa. Dalawa na bigay natin puntos. Dalawa, oh. Sayang. Ha? Sayang. Bali 3. Okay? So, kapit pa tayo. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Okay? Maganda yung intention. Ha? Butak. Number 7 nandyan. Utusan. Pantay ka agad. Okay?
You know what I got from that timeout from Coach Mike was adjust muna. Sayang kasi yung lamang. Dapat, kasi pag lumalabang ka na, hinahawakan mo yan, inaalagaan yan eh. And sabi niya nga, di pa tapos yung game. Unless it reaches 25 points, you keep fighting and you do it right. Hindi pwede na sumusugal ka sa loob ng court.
You know what's impressive during that last timeout? Calm pa rin yung demeanor nito ni Coach Mike. Alam mo, kinausap natin siya kanina. Nagkipagbiruan pa siya sa atin eh. And ito namang mga bata niya responding well after that timeout. Jules Castro firing away.
And if you have Sid Niegos on the other side of the court, we also have Jules Castro here for the Letran Lady Knights. That was a beautiful attack coming from her.
And this girl, Daisy Melendres, on fire as well. 2016, Letran. Preta from the right. Melendres. Ito, easy ball.
Chance ball.
Chance here. Niegos. It's out.
I think she was a bit late in that approach na pinilit niya na lang hampasin yung bola pero she was actually below the ball already.
Letran also missing the services of Royce De La Cruz as well as LJ Isar. But Daisy Melendres so far a big help sa middle blocker position. Musgi dumikit na sa net. And she trips down. Looks like she's okay.
Okay, yun yung mga kailangan iwasan eh. Kasi not only will it lose you a point, pero you can also risk to injure your opponents.
Preta now is serving for JRU. I believe is the sister of Spencer Preta, who played for the LPU Pirates in the NCAA basketball. But right now, Letran surging ahead, up by 5 points, 22-17. Service error kontra dito kay Nitura. And now another substitution here. Soriano will check out, replaced by Tequila rather. 22-18. Trisha Tequila scoring right there.
They're too powerful for that block.
Creating a mix there.
Oh, you see her clipping her hand on top of the ball. Yun yung mga pinapalusot na lang sa blocker.
Actually, kanina nung first set, meron din siyang ganyan atake. Hazareno from the right. And it's too strong. So, Letran now at set point once again.
It's good effort, but that was just a bit too long for her.
Letran trying to go 2-0. Jules Castro now on deck. Dikit sa net. Risa Rose atrasado doon.
That was a bit too high for her. Nalunod na lang yun.
So Letran, after trailing in the early part of the second set, still winning it 25-18. Set 3 in just a bit. Don't go away.
of the game, JC, Jones, and Ian. So anong team nga bang sinusuportahan nyo?
Jose Rizal University.
Okay, so bakit nga ba JRU ang sinusuportahan nyo?
Mga idol po namin at magagaling po sila.
So isang cheer naman dyan para sa JRU.
Let's go Bombers! Let's go Bombers! Let's go Bombers!
Let's go!
Now back to the panel.
Love the enthusiasm of our fans here, and these Shakey Super fans of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Let's take a look back at set number 2. Actually, JRU led early on in this set. But itong Letran unti-unting pumukpok and eventually took over, especially late here in set number 2.
Yes, and in the late second set, same results actually happened. We have Ken because Letran's defense, both floor and near the net, helped them gain their second set win against the Lady Bombers. But of course, we also have the memorable attacks from the team captain, Sid Niegos, and her squad.
Daisy Melendres was really on fire in that set. Mapa-blocking, mapa-atake, lahat talaga ginawa niya during that set. And powering her team to another set here as you take a look at some of the numbers here, Richie.
Yes, and again, from the first set, very similar attacks. Medyo umangat lang talaga yung Letran because of their defense.
And those glaring errors by JRU certainly not gonna be good news para dito kay Coach Mia Tuseco. But ang magandang balita naman, set number 3 still, buhay na buhay pa rin sila dito. So tingnan natin kung makabawi itong JRU, especially now that they could field in their best 6. Laban naman din sa best 6 nitong Letran. So set 3 underway. This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. So ito, chance ball for JRU. They go to Malay. It's too strong.
No, it was a good effort that the JRU Lady Bombers are now trying to pursue plays.
Kay Almirante serving for Letran. You mentioned Letran. Although they finished in 10th place, they actually had impressive wins against San Beda in 5 sets. And against Mapua in 3 sets. Kung tatandaan natin, during that NCAA run, yung Mapua, they were 2 wins away from catching that Final 4 seat. But Letran playing spoilers there, ruining the bid netong Lady Cardinals. Malay Amante tries again. Urmeneta, chance ball for JRU. Laurente, she goes to Risa Rose. Dug up there by Almirante. Laurente. This time she goes to Ruiz. Blocked there by Urmeneta. Ruiz was again. And that time she scores on a cross-court hit.
Right away, she found that spot right in in zone 5, ending that rally from our from our 2 teams. Actually, that was the longest rally so far, right?
Risa Rose now serving. Good first ball from Silva. Sets up Daisy Melendres. Medyo nanggigil doon.
I have to comment talaga the defensive system of Letran. From both liberos, they're able to deliver the ball to the setter.
But JRU lamang ulit dito. Buski. She goes to Jules Castro. Laurente sending the ball over. So chance ball naman for Letran. They go quick.
You see her powering through that, even though Sedniagos was already established in her block. She wasn't scared to really give her full effort for that spike.
Kanina she tried for the down the line hit. This time naman off the block.
Yes, and you see her actually twisting her body to the right to avoid her blocker.
Now she's serving, talking about Daisy Melendres. Niegos from the left.
And there we have our captain ball doing the exact same thing that was done to her by her opponent.
So medyo seryoso na siya dito, especially naghahabol sila 2-all. Actually 3-2 lamang na dito ang JRU. Good tap there by Ledesma. Sidniego sa gitna. Dug up there by Musgi. Urmeneta just tipping it over.
And you see
Nagkalituhan doon.
plays coming from the JRU Lady Bombers aside.
Urmeneta was met there by Ruiz. Oh, it doesn't go over. So Letran scoring the point. 3-all.
And you see the JRU Lady Bombers trying to uplift their teammates inside of the court. Sabi mo nga na medyo sumiseryoso na sila ngayon, but of course, they still can't apply too much pressure on themselves.
Sheena Urmeneta not putting the ball over via her serve. So itong Letran actually binanggit natin, Nat Estrelier with a left shoulder injury. LJ Isar also missing out with an injury sa kanyang tuhod. Royce De La Cruz wala din, as well as itong si CK Calixto. So 4 na players wala para kay Coach Mike Inoferio.
That was a beautiful set coming from Musgi.
Edma sets up Jules Castro, tapping it over. This time she goes to Jules once again. Azareno trying cross court.
And another rally here.
Almirante from the back. Dug up by Alonia. Chance ball. Let's see. Edma. Chance ball naman para dito sa JRU. Running attack by Sin. It's out.
Oh, unfortunate error na napahaba yung bola na yon, no? But you see her aggressiveness coming to that running attack.
Tabla tayo dito, 4-all. Letran last won the championship back in the NCAA season 74. That was, paano ba mag-math? 24 years ago? Tama, they have 8 NCAA women's volleyball titles overall. And a service ace para dito sa Letran. Jules Castro once again. Wala na nagawa doon si May Ruiz. 5 serving 4. Another good serve!
Ooh, in the exact same spot at that.
At tinarget niya talaga doon si May Ruiz. That's why pinaltan na nga siya muna dito. Danica Villanueva for defensive purposes. Back-to-back aces for Jules Castro. Another good serve. Musgi, pumunta kay Ledesma, trying to dump it in. It's a net touch. Ledesma shrugging it off. JRU nung nakarang NCAA season 97 finished 5-4, 4th in the elimination round. Actually won against San Sebastian before losing against Arellano in that step ladder semifinals. But Letran so far surging here, 7-5. Ledesma, nakausap natin si Coach Mike. Ito, na-convert from opposite spiker to middle.
Ooh.
Good attack! Risa Rose converting.
You see her finally contributing points for her team. Kasi medyo, hindi siya masyado nakagawa ng second set, no?
Look at that wind up there. Yung mukha ni Jules Castro eh.
Oh, but she was able to get that spike though. Hindi lang nahabol ng teammate niya.
Nalula yata siya doon.
Parang siya pa yung nagulat na nakuha niya yung attack na yun eh.
Risa Rose firing away but it's out!
Great intention by Risa Rosa and great attack. Unfortunate that it was outside.
Letran now up 8-6 here as we head into our first technical timeout.
takot kayo. You know, when it's volleyball, it's so important that walang takot pag when you play inside the court. You need to have your full confidence inside the court.
And our face of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Kia Melgar, the former JRU Lady Bomber, enjoying the action here. But naghahabol dito. Ang ganda naman nung photo bomb mo doon, Richie. But JRU trailing here by 2 points. And also itong Letran up 2 sets to none here in set number 3. Risa Rose dumping it in. Sinigurado na.
Proving her coach wrong na hindi siya natatakot because that attack was beautiful.
Take a look once again.
Nakita mo na inunahan niya talaga yung blocker niya doon. Get that point.
Inday Laurente. Good serve. Musngi. Sets up Melendres.
And here we have Melendres once again contributing points to her team.
And you know, you gotta love that swag by Daisy Melendres. Merong grunt after that hit, and this school play of the set is brought to you by RNB Milk Tea. Order now.
Yes, and going back to that play, you actually realized that the set was coming from her back. So, ang hirap mag-adjust if ganun, no?
Inday sets up Malay. Oh, she finds a spot in zone 1.
And that was a perfect setup for her. Seeing that butas nga yung zone 1 na yun.
It's gotta feel good if you're Malay. Kanina, puro outside yung mga tama niya.
Yes, and we also have to take note that there's a risk when you have more blockers near the net. And if that was a double block, that means mas onti yung nag-receive sa likod, no?
And a service ace para dito kay Rose.
She's really stepping up for the JRU Lady Bombers.
9-all. So JRU trying to inch closer, trying to get this set. The girls from Arellano goofing around in the background. Urmeneta off the block. So it's a chance ball here for Letran. Musngi. Punta ulit kay Melendres. Met there by Niegos. Inday. Tunsid. She converts.
That was quick adjustment from Sid Niegos because coming from a block that she actually blocked the ball tapos bigla na lang binalik and she still was able to get that quick attack.
Take a look once again at that. Quick attack against 2 blockers. No problem.
You know, I see her improvement from her past games, no? And especially when we talked to her a while ago.
Right.
Sabi niya na gusto niya mas maging aggressive siya sa loob ng court. And that's not just aggressive in spiking, but pasok ka lang ng pasok. Dapat pag middle blocker ka, you're also the faker inside the court. And she is showing that in today's game.
Immediately applying what she learned during the previous games. That ball does not go over. So JRU scoring.
Yes, and you see them really celebrating for that point. And I think that helps them uplift their energies. And you see Sid Niegos right now trying to cheer her teammates up.
Interesting substitution here. Sheena Ormeneta nilabas muna. Yel Nitura is in for Letran. 11 serving 9. So 5-1 run for JRU. As I say that, service error. So yun yung mga kailangan nila bawasan, yung mga ganyang unforced errors if they want to catch up here.
Yes, actually, you know what, from the past 2 sets, medyo madami nga yung errors nila, no? And if they were able to minimize that, then sana mas nakadikit sila or even they could have gotten the 2 sets.
Set 2 in particular, they had 12 errors. It's gotta hurt. Sid Niegos dug up there by Daisy. Hazareno goes to Villanueva. Daisy Melendres once again. But it's a chance ball. Sid Niegos firing away!
She found that spot in zone 1. Oh, that was a beautiful attack. You really see her aggressiveness inside the court. Finding that spot to gain a point for her squad.
Look at that spike of the set brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Medyo napatayo ako dun sa seat ko na yan.
Pansin ko nga din. Jules Castro nabitin doon. So JRU with the momentum here.
Unfortunate error as at slices through the net.
Coach Mike Inoferio calling for a timeout. Let's listen in.
Sabi ko sa inyo, pag nagbigay tayo ng chance ball doon at nasa harap yung team captain nila, sigurado yan yung quick ang bibigyan nila. Pag nandun yung mataba, yung Ruiz ba yun, yung number 11, yun din ang porsentuhan sila, siguraduhan. Pinalo doon, hindi namatay. Natural, ibabalik dito papaluin yun. So kailangan mautak kayo, basa.
Block.
And coming from that timeout, our first timeout from Coach Mike, sabi niya, wag bigyan ng chance ball because for sure, gagawa ng play, especially because they're giving it to their percentage spiker, which is their captain ball, Sid Niegos. I like that Coach Mike gave very direct instructions. Nasabi niya, basang-basa niya na yung ginagawa ng JRU ngayon sa Lady Knights.
Let's see if itong Letran could apply that here. But that time, service error. So point goes to the Lady Knights. Yel Nitura, bagong pasok in the third set. Good service. Laurente, she goes to Niegos from the left.
And exactly what Coach Mike said, every time that they would have the chance, bibigyan talaga si Sid Niegos.
That's unfortunate for Letran. 14-11. JRU on the midst of an 8-3 run here. This time, good first ball from Tapang. Ledesma tapping it in.
Great communication from Ruski and Ledesma. Seeing that that ball was not the perfect first ball, pero nahabol pa rin niya dun sa quicker niya.
So good adjustment there from Ledesma. Jules Castro now at the service line. Good first ball from Amante. Laurente trying to outsmart the defense. Yel Nitura. Barely getting it over was JRU. They go to Almirante from the left. Musgi. Jules Castro from behind. Hazareno hinabol ang bola. Musgi tapping it in. So chance ball for the red shirts. Almirante once again. It's out.
Great effort from Almirante, but that was just too long for her.
So 15-12 JRU.
Si Rosas coming in to be in the front line for the JRU Lady Bombers.
Another good serve. Almost completed by Laurente. Hinabol doon ni Silva, but chance ball. Rose using her left hand.
You see the floor defenses of both teams are actually working well for them right now, but nabati ko yata.
Almirante finding a spot. Alam mo kanina pinag-uusapan natin, Richie, yung floor defense ng Letran. Very good earlier on.
Yes, I feel like that's something they have to establish once again. Because, you know, you can't have an attack without the proper defense and without proper first ball.
Sa tingnan natin kung naintindi nila yung sinabi ni Coach Mike during that last timeout. Kasi according to him, nababasa niya pag chance ball nga. Alam niya kung saan napupunta yung bola. But that's not gonna help their cause. Unforced error once again for Letran, sending us to our second technical timeout. JRU up 16-13.
And welcome back to our live show. So guys, we are now in mid-set with the JRU Lady Bombers in the lead. So we have a score of 16-13.
Now let's read up the comments dito sa Facebook natin by Mix Armogenia. Arriba Letran, let's go Letran! Mix Armagenian then Go Letran Lady Knights, baka alumni ito. By Ivy Mitchell, let's go daw.
Ang daming supporters.
Guys, we're not only live dito sa Up Live, nandito rin tayo sa Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow nyo na rin ang Plus Network and Shakey's pages. Now, let's go back to the panel.
Kristen and Tiffany doing a great job so far sa ating UpLive. So to download UpLive, type on your browser tinyurl.com/uplivessl and it will automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using your smartphones or download UpLive now. JRU trying to cut down the lead in terms of sets. And that time, they convert. 17-13 tayo dito. Letran has won the first 2 sets so far. Kunyada, pinasok na dito. Pinaltan muna si Kay Almirante. Can Letran fight back here or will JRU secure their first set? Laurente, back to Rose. Ooh, it's a point awarded to Letran. So an error kontra dito sa JRU. 17-14. Kanina lamang din ang Letran briefly but JRU just taking it over so far. Ed Mamusni barking out instructions while serving para dito sa Lady Knights. Laurente. Uy, this time. Kunyada, rather Nitura. Rose finding a spot.
I feel like that's her sweet spot, Ken. Parang when her body is faced there, more often than not, the ball finds its way to the floor.
Zone 5, yung favorite target niya so far. Laurente, another good serve. Melendres, pupunta dito kay Nitura, nabitin doon. So JRU's on a roll so far, which forces another timeout from Coach Mike Enoferio.
Hindi pa tayo tapos bumibigay na eh. Ano gagawin mo ron, Juday? Pasok na lang, wala ka na sa lugar, wala ka na sa... Pasok na lang, marami pa tayong mangyayari doon, bablock pa tayo. Sasaluhin pa nila yung bola, isiset pa nila. Maraming pwedeng magkamali sila doon. Tapos bablock pa tayo. Ingat sa bola, hindi pa tayo tapos. Hindi pa tapos ang laro. Okay, go.
Ilaban natin ba?
You know, I think what Coach Mike meant in that timeout was hindi pa tapos. Hindi pwede sumugal na parang babaliwalain na lang yung ginagawa niya sa loob ng court. You have to maintain the same energy and the same focus, the same composure you have inside the court that won them the first 2 sets.
JRU currently up 5 points. Let's see if they could respond here. Talking about Letran. Villanueva. Musni. She goes to Kunyada. Again. Coming up short. What has been the problem so far for Letran this time in this set?
Alam mo, feeling ko medyo madami silang attack errors, no? Na more often than not, it just finds its way to the net, not even touching the blockers of the JRU Ladies Bombers.
So may execution nila this time around, medyo suspect.
Yes. You know, yun yung sabi ni Coach Mike kanina, na parang sumusugal sila sa loob ng court na hindi na nga nakapwesto, hindi na nga naka-timing, tapos ipipilit pa rin. Dapat, sometimes in volleyball, you have to be sure of what you do inside the court. Na these are just two big points na you can't let go of.
JRU on its way, only 4 points away from grabbing this 3rd set. Musky, one-hand set. Daisy Melendres using her left hand.
Here we go. The John Lady Knights scoring with that play.
Has been quiet so far in this set number 3. Talking about Daisy Melendres, and that cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
But I have to give credit. As a setter, mahirap ang one-hand set, di ba?
That's right.
Ooh, and a beautiful serve.
Service ace para dito kay Almirante. Back-to-back points. JRU so far, their biggest lead has been 7 points. Let's see if Letran could inch even closer here.
Yung malayo pa yan, Ken. 16-21 pa lang. If it's not yet 25, you know, tables can turn so easily.
Malay Amante. Musgi. Sets up ni Tura and from the right, and they score once again. Letran. 21-17. Coach Mia, hindi pa rin nagta-timeout dito, so tignan natin.
You know, I think from her last time out, medyo, I think the girls got the point.
Right. Parang galit na siya during that timeout eh.
You know, sometimes coaches get mad at you to teach you a lesson. Na parang, ikaw na bahala dyan, ikaw lang naman makakagawa sa loob ng court. Kasi ikaw yung naglalaro.
Daisy Belendres doing a good job blocking there. Jules Castro. Laurente. Punta kay Danica Villanueva off the block. And she's loving that point.
And the celebration coming from the Lady Bombers is wow.
Look at that. The point, the celebration from Danica Villanueva. Oh, kita mo. Risa Rose flexing her guns. And now she's serving. Kita mo yung mga Arellano girls talaga. Getting a piece of that camera action. Nitura off the block.
Doing the exact same thing. Coming here from the Lady Knights. Yung parang sagutan lang sila ng points, no? Kanina din kay Sedniegos and kay Castro. Same exact thing.
Daisy Melendres trying to tow her team back. Apat ang kanilang hinahabol dito. Niegos. Ledesma was there. Good coverage. They go to Jules Castro. Yan Alonia with a good dig. Good block.
Aggressive first line for the Lady Knights.
Nabitin na doon si Danica Villanueva. So Letran on the verge of a 5-1 run after trailing by 7 points. Tatlo na lang kailangan hinahabol dito. Laurente sets up Niegos.
That was a beautiful set.
Ledesma was there once again. And Malay Amante hindi na naitawid yung bola doon.
And successful block points from the Lady Knights.
At ayan na ang timeout ni Coach Mia at Yoseco. Let's listen in.
Kapag natataranta kayo, nagmamadali kayo masyado. Okay, hinga tayo.
Nay, iba mo yung play, i-tres mo ko. I-click mo si...
Pag ganun, malayo sa net. Long ball lang, long ball. Huwag yung ibabaon, huwag yung panggigilan yan. Okay? Lead pa tayo.
Girls,
Kailangan natin ng 3 points, girls. Okay? Isa.
Yun na nga, Coach Mia said nagmamadali yung girls niya for the past plays.
So itong Letran scoring 6 of the last 7 points to inch closer here. Only down by 2 points. If they win this set, sa kanila na itong match na ito. But JRU trying to extend this into a 4th set. Sid Niegos, it's out! She's in disbelief after that attack error, trying to will on her teammates. Letran.
Feeling ko babawi ito eh.
Tingnan natin.
Humihingi na eh.
But Daisy Melendres sabi niya,
no way!
relax lang kayo. And now it's another timeout for Coach Mia. JRU hanging by a thread here.
Ito yun Pagka ganun ulit ginawa natin, okay, hindi ka tayo kukuha ng first ball, hindi natin gagalaw yung pa natin, panggigigilan natin yung bola, sila ang pupuntos. So, kailangan matuto kayo kung paano i-manage yung emotions nyo. Kasi ganito siya lagi sa game, di ba? Oh, kailangan natin matuto from this. Tara, aplikan nyo. Hey, Luzon!
What do you think about that last timeout, Richie? You saw there Coach Mia trying to steady itong mga players niya, trying to instruct them na you've got to play against that emotional rush na nararamdaman nila doon.
You know, especially now that it's a tied game and they came from a lead, of course the pressure is also rushing in. So it's important that Coach Mia, as always, is giving them direct instructions to perform well inside the court.
Good attack there coming from Sid Niegos, nodding her head in approval.
Sabi ko sa'yo, Ken, babawi yan eh. Humihingi siya ng bola eh.
Actually, kanina sabi niya, interest mo. And this cool represent is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Musgi goes to Ledesma. Dug up there by Laurente. Azareno. Nitura nabitin doon. Let's see, Alonia. She goes to Azareno once again. Set up para dito sa Letran. Jules Castro. It doesn't go over, so JRU now at set point.
If I'm not mistaken, Ken, if they get this set, this will be the first set that they won in the Shakey Super League.
That's right. All-important one here. Danica Villanueva now serving for the set. Musgi, she goes to Jules Castro. Azareno from the left. Dug up there by Silva. Nitura. Alonia was there. Sid Niegos. Chance here for Letran. They go back to Jules. And why not? Finding the line.
And we have the veteran Jules Castro perfectly executing that attack from her approach to the hit of the ball. She really found that spot perfectly in zone 1.
And now for the service to stay alive, pinasok na dito ang team captain ng Letran, Sheena Urmeneta. 24-23, JRU. Urmeneta with a good serve. Laurente, punta kay Hazareno. Jules Castro with a good dig. Good shot there!
And great adjustment from her. Ang layo ng set dun sa bola, but she still powered through with full force. Getting that attack. Tingnan mo, before the attack line siya tumalon, and you can just see the power from her arm.
Saan nakita mo, trinabaho niya yung first ball, siya rin. Not an easy task to do. Tapos siya na rin yung humabol doon for that spike. So it's 24 all. Extended tayo dito in set number 3. Dikit sa net. And finding a spot there was Hazareno.
Kumakapit talaga ngayon ng Lady Bombers.
And now set point anew for JRU. Malay Amante is now at the service line. Let's see if JRU could secure this set. Dikit ulit sa net. Ledesma na itawid doon. Hazareno off speed. Musgi, they go to Jules Castro. She was denied. She tries once again. And this time, she's successful.
Beautiful, you know. Dito mo makikita kung sino talaga maaasahan mo. The maturity she has inside the court na walang pressure. She really fought for that attack. And now she's in the service line. Let's see it.
The spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. So 25 all muli tayo dito. Sid Niegos from the right.
Easy
Blocked.
block.
Hazareno. Mad scramble. Let's see. Richie on the edge of her seat right now. Sid Niegos, tinawid ng bola. Set up para dito sa Letran. Almirante from the middle. Hazareno. Ledesma was there. Great save there by Tapang. Chance ball para dito sa JRU. They goes Sid. Edma Musgi with a block.
Chance ball.
Letran, let's see where they will go to. Sid Niegos, pinayungan yung palo doon. Sid once again, it's out!
Oh, and the intensity of that rally, Ken. I was at the edge of my seat. Sayang yun.
And now, Letran at match point.
You know, these are errors talaga na sobrang crucial when it comes to a 26-25 match.
Remember, JRU was up 21-14 in this set. Jules Castro delivering in the clutch. Laurente, punta kay Hazareno. This time, she won't be denied.
These girls are crazy right now, Ken.
What a set we're having so far here.
I feel the intensity coming from both sides of the court, from Jules Castro to Sid Niegos. You know, this is where they see their teams leading.
Muski goes to Ledesma.
That was an easy point for Ledesma, finding that spot right in the middle. Seeing that the JRU Lady Bombers' defense was spread out for a long ball.
Second match point para dito sa Letran. Let's see if they could capitalize here. Angie Ledesma serving for the match. All-important serve here. Let's see if JRU could bounce back. Alonia, poor first ball. Nagkaabulan doon. Let's see if Letran will secure it. And they do!
And
Daisy Melendres!
Ken, for the first time in 5 years, the Letran Lady Knights finally defeat the JRU Lady Bombers. Can you believe it?
That's right, Letran securing this match via straight sets. Daisy Melendres punctuating this match via that quick kill. As Letran wins it 25-19, 25-18. And here in this third set, na-extend sila dito but prevailing here over the JRU Lady Bombers 28-26. We'll pause for a quick break. We'll be right back. Victory by the Letran Lady Knights, closing out their campaign on a high note, 25-19, 25-18, and an extended third set, 28-26. And our MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken mojos now. Richie, sino ba yung napili mong MVP of our match?
You know, Ken, I had no choice but to choose Daisy Melendres. You know, she performed with very fine tuning, fueled up since the earlier sets, and she led her team to victory, accumulating points from all around the court, especially in blocking and her powerful attacks.
And Daisy Melendres once again prevailing para dito sa Letran Lady Knights. Kasama niya ngayon si Mikey Agbueg courtside. Mikey?
I am now here with our Shakey Super League MVP of the match, Daisy Melendres. So Daisy, syempre this is your last game dito sa Shakey Super League. Ano nga bang naging mindset mo coming into today's game?
Syempre po, game against JRU since last NC po, talo po kami. And ang ginawa lang po talaga naming mindset is presence of mind, tsaka tiwala po sa mga teammates ko, and of course, consistency po. Ganun po.
So ayun nga na-mention nyo, 5 years bago ulit kayo nanalo against JRU. Ano nga bang nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Sobrang saya po kasi, ayun nga po, sabi ko kanina, last game na po namin, ang naging mindset na lang namin, nothing to lose, more to gain.
Nothing to lose nga. At ngayon, meron ka bang mga gustong batiin?
First of all, binabati ko po yung family ko dyan sa Caloocan, Melanges family, hello. Hello sa pusa ko kay Mingming yan. Tapos sa Tapang family, sa pamilya ng mga teammates ko, what's up?
At dahil ikaw ang MVP of the match, meron kang gifts from Shakey's. Congrats, Daisy! Magpa-pizza ka naman! Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. Alam mo, inaabangan ni Coach Mike Inoferi ang pizza niyan, Daisy. So, kailangan balatuan mo yan si Coach Mike. And what a win here by the Letran Lady Knights as we look at set number 1. Actually, Richie, itong Letran set the tone early on here in set number 1. And really, yung mga palo nila, yung execution was well on point simula pa lang.
You know, and I have to give credit again to the defensive system of Letran coming in from the first set and all the way to the second set as well, because they were able to deliver the ball to their setters and to their setter, who was able to contribute and distribute her balls to all of her spikers.
They won that set 25-19. Pagdating ng set number 2, JRU actually led early on in this set, but Letran late here emerging, and Daisy Melendres dito na siya nagsimulang uminit dito.
Yes, and actually, you know, even though the JRU Lady Bombers led, parang nakita ko talaga na parang gasolina yung Letran, that they didn't want to lose. They really had all of their defense and also their blockings stood out in this set.
They won that set 25-18, and this was such a heart-stopping set. Set number 3, walang gusto magpatalo. Actually, JRU was up 21-14, but itong Letran refusing to go away, and late in that set, Jules Castro delivering in the clutch.
Yes, you know, dyan mo makikita kung sino talaga maaasahan mo. And the veterans, Jules Castro and also Melendres for that last point. Beautiful last point, to say the least.
Angie Ledesma also had her moments. Hazareno for JRU lumaban din, as well as Sid Negos, but that trio ng Letran was really too much para dito sa the Lady Bombers. So, hard-fought win. Kitang-kita sa mukha how they really wanted this victory. The Letran Lady Knights closing out their campaign with a victory 25-19, 25-18, and 28-26. As we take a look at the numbers here, Richie. Very even talaga di ba?
Yes, and I think this has been consistent for the past 3 sets, di ba? Na parang pare-pareho lang sila ng sinescore. Lumalamang lang talaga. And you know, I think the factor that affected the score were the errors talaga.
Nagkatalo nga dyan. 8-point difference in terms of errors. 35 errors para dito sa JRU. So Letran closing out their campaign with a win here. But up next, it's the rematch of the NCAA Season 97 Finals, as the Arellano Lady Chiefs will take on the reigning and defending champions, the CSB Lady Blazers. Stay tuned only here at the Shakey Super League.